Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV. Where are we now? We are in a secret place. My secret place. This is my closet. But if you want to know how camo crazy I am, look at this. Let's see here. Let's see. How many camo pants do I have? Let's see. These are my camo shorts up here on the top. And these are the camo long pants I have down here at the bottom. And as you can see, if I don't drop the computer here, they start about here, and they run all the way through here. And then if you go on the other side here, look at that. There's all the camo pants. These are the shorts up here, all the way up to here, and then all the way down. And I've got some really cool digital camos and some other things down here. So I don't know. I'd have to say there's probably, I don't know, 50-ish pair. I haven't counted, but what the hell. The kind I like, though, the kind I really like, they're these kind right here. They're these were sold at Target a couple years ago, and I, mainly long pants, and I've cut them off and made shorts out of them. One of my favorite pants, actually, is these right here. These are my favorite. I like ratty camo pants. I just do. Call me strange. But look at these. These probably are from 2006 or 7, and I've cut them off years ago, and I keep them going with duct tape. I've got some duct tape patches here, and a whole lot of duct tape patches all over them. But they still wear. I still wear them. But this one, yeah, when I wear this out in public with the duct tape on the front, people will go, Dave, don't you are you that broke? I have to wear pairs of pants that are that screwed up. Well, I do have, as you can see in the closet there. There's some of my camo hats. And, I want to see that too. There's more of some of my hats, and then there's Slim. Say hi to Slim. Slim glows in the dark. Slim is a glow in the dark skeleton. So someone's Halloween ornament one year, and we saw Slim out in the trash and said we can't throw Slim away. So Slim stays over here. When I turn my lights out at night, he glows in the dark. So that's kind of cool. Oh, one other thing in my room here, if you want to take a radio cool look, is the WHFS poster. There it is. The original one, Progressive Rock WHFS 102.3 FM stereo, homegrown radio. And I think there's Weasel right there. And David, Damien, blah, 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 I forget Bob here, whatever. I don't know. They're all there, but that's Weasel. So anyhow, that's my bedroom. Okay, so I guess we should talk a little radio here on Dave TV. Let me turn off Larry and the lunatics there on MAL. Radio ratings came out yesterday. No big news. Again, it's kind of the summer doldrums, but those were the July radio ratings, and this is good stuff here. I like this. Farmers Pick from Welch's, our new sponsor. Actually, no. Radio ratings, the 2554s, Hot 99.5 is at the top. Although if you look at the regular numbers, it's TOP as usual. The TOP was third in the money demo, 2554. What other things can we say about it? Well, I guess one of the notable things is PGC seems to be back as a top 10 player. They did a very strong 6 in the money demo, which is good for them. Finally, CBS has maybe a station they can, say is actually going to stay in the top 10, because as CBS has 5 FMers in this market, and often they don't have any stations in the top 10. So, maybe they're finally going to, they've got Steve Davis there. He's programming both Fresh 94.7 and PGC 95.5. And so at least he's getting PGC back solidly in the top 10. So that's good news for them. Also, MZQ seems to be picking up. There was some weakness back in the early summer, spring. They had that new guy, Bobby Bones, on in the mornings, and they were really kind of wobbling there. But they seem to be getting back. Bobby's ratings are coming up. They're not probably where they want them to be, but they seem to be doing better. The other interesting thing, although it doesn't show it in the money demo, is Praise 104.1, which seems to be doing very well in the overall demos. I think they're up to like 6th place or something. But if you look in the money demo, they're still down at 14th. For the month of July, WMAL at 15th place. JFK at 16th place. RQX still, struggling along 17th place. But it will be very interesting to see if this, swing to attracting, very young female demos is going to pay off for them. Who knows? Where's WNEW? They're 20, I think 22nd place. 22nd place, yeah. So they're creeping upward very, 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 very slowly, but it's going to be a while. So one of the interesting things was some demos. I got my hands on some all male. What is it? Men 25-54. Okay, for the latest ratings period, which was July, and out in that AMU is first, tied with TOP. Hot 90.5 is third in the male demo. DC 101 is also third, tied. MAL is surprising, fifth place in the all male demo, but that 25-54. That doesn't surprise me, but it's a very heavily male-oriented station. But what's interesting, fifth place in mornings. No, wait. Fifth place overall, third place in mornings, first place in middays. So WMAL gets first place in middays with its, that includes, that's 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So that includes Chris Plant and Rush Limbaugh. I have to say, Chris Plant is probably one of the funniest guys on the radio. I think he's an idiot and a crazy lunatic, but in a weird way, I enjoy listening to him because he's such a whack job. It's a funny show. It's actually like he's a parody. He's doing a parody of a right-wing. It's almost like Steve Colbert in a weird way. He's doing a parody of a nut job radio guy. Steve Colbert does a kind of a parody of a nut job right-wing TV guy. It's kind of the same thing. And I think a lot of liberals like me tune in to listen to it because it's kind of weirdly funny. But anyhow, and according to this, fourth place in afternoons for MAL. I can't imagine that many people want to listen to that dingbat Michael Savage. Big was sixth, KYS was seventh, PGC was eighth, GTS was ninth, and JFK 10th with the Junkies in fifth. So they always do pretty well. Well, how did the last book of LeVar Arrington do there? 13th place with that. So those are some male demos, some interesting numbers there. And when you break it down, it looks like, okay, this is the total persons. If you want to try to figure out who's listening to MAL middays, total persons 25-54. Chris Plant gets 6th place while Rush gets 8th. So actually Chris Plant is getting better numbers than Rush Limbaugh. Which doesn't surprise me because Limbaugh really sounds like a crusted old coot these days. A crusty old coot. So let's see some other big news. I guess the other bigger news from yesterday is Don Geronimo. Remember him? Remember Don? No, you don't? Well, Don used to be on the radio here way back when. He used to do a show on WJFK with Mike O'Mara. And then he left WJFK in 2008, worked in Ocean City for a while, and then went out to Sacramento, and he worked out there doing a show on a sports talker, and then got the boot from that back late last year. And then they tried putting him on JFK here for a while, doing some weekend and fill-in shifts, but it just didn't work out. And he got the boot from JFK back around February or March, and then CBS ended its contract with him, and so he went bye-bye. He went off to start a podcast, and he went over to this thing called the RELM Network, which is run by a bunch of local radio people, including Mark Ronick, RELM, and Buzz Burbank, Lowell Mize, whatever, Lowell something, TV guy from Baltimore, Mize, whatever. Anyhow, I did a podcast there. It was a subscription podcast, and I don't know how many people Don got, but apparently he wants to now move his podcast to the USTREAM network. Okay, so goodbye RELM. So that's that. So anyhow, I just sent an email to Don. I do have his email address. I have everyone's email address. And I just said, hey, Don, with you not being on RELM anymore, that ad that RELM runs for your show is going away. Why don't you advertise? Yeah, I gave him some really good rates. Like, hey, this is, the main Washington, D.C. radio website. Why not be on it? I gave him some really good rates. And then he writes back to me. He just says, absolutely not. Then the next line was, lose my email. Like I'm supposed to suddenly forget. Newsbro89@AOL.com. Anyhow, I'm supposed to forget that. I don't know, man. I can't forget it. That email will be in my brain forever. Now he's got to change it. I don't know. But anyhow, Don, same old Don. I don't know, you know. And then what if then Jack Diamond? What if Jack Diamond gets the phone call that he's waiting for? Jack, WLS here. We're hiring you, Jack. Jack, we want you back. We want you on WLS, which is Don's, you know, that's his dream station. But his nemesis, Jack Diamond, might be landing up there, and he'll be doing a podcast, and Don will be doing a podcast on the USTREAM network. I don't know. It's a weird world, isn't it? Anyhow, so that's crazy stuff. I'm hitting the 10-minute mark here. What else? George Collins passed away. I remember George. I do remember him. Back in the olden days here in Northern Virginia, we used to get Channel 2 out of Baltimore on the cable. And I remember George doing the news on there on Channel 2. George passed away last week. He was 88 years old. And I do remember him. He seemed like a really cool guy. He was one of the first African American news anchors, you know, starting in 1968. So he predates Jim Vance even. I think Jim didn't get his go-ahead until about 69. Although Jim may have worked up in Philadelphia there back at the same time. But really cool guy. I liked George a lot. George Collins passing away, age 88. Longtime WMAL Channel 2 broadcaster. All right, folks. So that's the big news. I guess I'm going to have to do another podcast with my friend Jonathan from Australia. We can dish the dirt on the Don Geronimo thing and what's going on with his crazy career. What's left of it. And thanks for watching Dave TV. As Bill Lord says, fuck 'em, Dano.